Hey guys, Nate. Today we are going to be doing our second video based on Pokemon of the Year 2020. We're going to be ranking every single starter Pokemon from best to worst in a tier list. So until there are 24 starter Pokemon, we're going to be ranking them all best to worst by seeing how many votes they got. They get 0 votes if you can't tell where they're at. If it doesn't tell you anywhere how many votes they got, because that most of the time means that they're not a great Pokemon. So yeah, and very few Pokemon got all three of their all three of their evolutionary lines in the list, because most of the middle stages didn't make it. The only 3 are Cyndaquil's line, Treecko's line, and Fennekin's line. And well, actually, I'm not going to say the only 2 that didn't get any yet, but because those are going to get the last place, 23rd/24th place, whatever. So let's see the tiers. F tier means you got literally 0 points on average. D tier means you got between 1 and 10,000 points on average. C tier means you got between 10,000 and 13,000 votes on average, which is actually a lot, even though it's only 3,000. And then B tier is if you got between 13,000 and 20,000 votes. And then A tier is if you got between 20,000 and 30,000 votes, which very few Pokemon got to here or above. And then the S tier is if you got an average of 30,000 to 40,000 votes. And I do have an SS tier where 1 Pokemon stays, where if you got 40,000 plus votes on average. So yeah, let's just start. Number 23/24. Tepig and Chespin lines. Now, I can't say which one of these get the lower spot because neither of them got literally any mention in the Pokemon of the Year 2020 in any form, so can't say anything about either of them. But I'm not surprised that Tepig's line got into this list. Tepig is the only decently cute line, and the rest of the line is terrible. But I am surprised that Chespin's line got into it. And don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that it got me wrong. I was wrong. It actually didn't get into there, because Chespin line is actually my least favorite starter line, so I'm very happy about that. But still, it surprises me. Chespin and Tepig are both cute little things. Then Quilladin and Pignite are both fat, ugly, whatever things. And then Chestnut and Emboar aren't as bad as their middle stages. Actually, Chestnut is, but they're terrible. So, yeah. Let's move on to number 22 and the D tier. Number 22, Chikorita. So, I know Chikorita is a pretty unpopular Pokemon, or pretty unpopular starters, but I honestly don't understand why. It's not like I like them that much, it's just that I don't dislike them. So, I give them a solid, 7 out of 10 or something. They're okay, you know? I'll allow them to be here, but I don't understand why everybody hates on them so much. It might just be because Totodile line and Cyndaquil line are so great, which is a totally true fact if you didn't know. But yeah, I don't know why. So yeah, let's just move on to number 22. Number 22, Grookey. So, Grookey Grookey is just a, I agree with this pot, honestly. Yeah, this is the last Pokemon in the D tier, by the way. Number 22, Grookey. Grookey just isn't that great of a line, honestly. Easily the worst out of the new Generation 8 line. Honestly, for the starters of Generation 8, they're good, but honestly, they're kind of underwhelming. The highest rated one from this tier list got into the B tier, which to be fair, a lot of Pokemon or generations did. The highest, let's see, okay, let me see. The highest Generation 4 one got into the B tier. The highest Generation 5 one got into the B tier. And the highest Generation 8 one got into the B tier. So apparently those are the worst generations for starters. Yeah, let's move on to number 20 in the C tier. Starting off the C tier, we have Turtwig. So Turtwig is, I completely agree with this spot. Probably my second least favorite evolutionary line for starter. My second least favorite starter evolutionary line. So yeah, I would honestly put it lower than this, but like, I'm happy that the community put it this low. I don't think it earns to be any higher than this. So yeah, all the grass types are being pretty low. There's already only 3 grass types that I haven't talked about yet, so that's kind of crazy. Actually there's 4. Yeah, they take that back, there's 4. But still, I mean, I've talked about 1 fire type, and I haven't talked about any water types yet. So basically, most of this list so far has been grass types. So yeah, let's move on to number 19. Number 19, Chimchar. Now this actually surprised me a lot, and I need to pick up my speed here. Chimchar really surprised me because I know Infernape is a fan favorite. But it was because Infernape was actually the only Pokemon from the evolutionary line that made it into the top 30 Sinnoh Pokemon, or top 30 of all time. So we didn't get to see how many votes Chimchar got or how many votes Monferno got. So that was an oof. I didn't expect Chimchar to get this low, honestly. So yeah. Let's move on to number 18. Number 18, Oshawott. Now, Oshawott being the worst water type starter, I completely agree with, and I completely understand, and I completely agree with. Oshawott is just weird. So is Duwat, and Samurot's kind of cool, but he's the only cool one. So, yeah. I'm picking up the speed now. Let's move on to number 17. Number 17, Popleo. Rip my Generation 7. Popleo, I understand. It definitely is the worst Alola starter. As much as it hurts to say, because it's from Alola. Popleo's line is not that great of a starter line. Popleo's cool, or cute, I guess. I don't even know. The whole line's pretty good, but it's just not as good. It's just not reaching expectations of a starter line, you know? So yeah, let's move on to number 16. Number 16, Fennekin. Now, this surprised me. It surprised me that this line got so high on the list, but I am very happy about it because, in my opinion, I don't know why everybody hates on Delphox so much. I think Delphox, dislike the video if you want, but I think that Delphox is a fine Pokemon. I don't see why everybody hates it so much. If you have a reasoning why Delphox is so quote-unquote bad, tell me in the comments, I guess. But yeah, actually, Fennekin, Braixen, and Delphox all made the top 30 Kalos Pokemon, which isn't really that surprising because, like, you know, Kalos has the least amount of Pokemon. But again, Chespin didn't get any of its line in there, so yeah. So yeah, let's move on to number 15. Number 15, Squirtle. So Squirtle, rip Squirtle, boys. What happened? I expect Squirtle to be way at the top. And considering it's a Kanto starter especially, but Squirtle only got C tier, that surprises me. Now Squirtle's a great Pokemon, but the community didn't really agree with that much. That statement that much, I don't think. Wartortle, it's awkward. The community agreed with that. And Blastoise, I think it's fine. The community thinks it's a lot cooler than fine, though. But, like, I think it was just how underwhelming Squirtle did in the poll that did the bad for the whole line. And I love Squirtle, actually. It's probably one of my, like, top 30 favorite Pokemon of all time. So that surprised me a lot, and I'm kind of sad about it. But it is what it is, you know. So let's move on to number 14. Number 13, Sobble. Now, if it was my choice, Sobble would have easily been, I like Cinderace more than, I like Cinderace more than Teleon, but honestly, I think Sobble's line has more consistency than Scorbunny's line. Like, all three of those Pokemon are great, but somehow Drizzile didn't get into the top 30 Galar Pokemon, which I found surprising because, in my opinion, Drizzile is like one of the few starter Pokemon middle evolutions that doesn't look awkward to me. So, and all three of them, they kind of are this generation. So, like, they didn't do a great job on the overall stars, but they did a great job making sure the middle evolutions weren't awkward. So, yeah, that Sobble was actually the last Pokemon of the C tier. So, yeah, now let's move on to the B tier. Number 13, Snivy. So, Snivy is the highest rated Unova starter on this list. So, Snivy's the most popular one of those. So, yeah, which it was to be expected, to be honest. Yeah, Snivy is a pretty consistent line, which the other two aren't even close to consistent. So, yeah, I think that's just why it got here. Because Snivy and Serperior aren't bad Pokemon, so they're getting just below average at number 13. 12 is going to be the middle, so yeah. Let's move on to number 12. Number 12, Totodile. So now we know what an average starter Pokemon is. An average starter Pokemon is an average or above starter Pokemon is Totodile or better. So, yeah. Now we know that. That's interesting. Totodile is actually my favorite Johto starter, but I'm not surprised it lost to Cyndaquil line. I know Cyndaquil line is way more popular. Totodile is great. Crocodile is great. Feraligator's great. I said Feraligator's gay. Yep. But can I never speak these days? I don't even know. Feraligator is not gay. So yeah, let's move on to number 11. Number 11, Lydon. So, Lydon is my favorite evolutionary line. I'm proud that you guys got Lydon to here. I wasn't expecting Lydon to be the best all starter. I know Rowlett's way more popular than Lydon, so I'm not surprised about that. But we just missed out on the top 10, you know. Kind of sucks. But still, I'm proud of you guys for making it here. Lydon and Incineroar both got into the top 30 Alola Pokemon. And Torchic, I can honestly understand not being there. Yeah, but Lydon is the cutest thing in history. Nobody can lie about that. So, yeah, let's move on to number 10. Number 10, Scorbunny. So, oh, come on, Lydon people. You've had to lose to the new one. I honestly, like, the new lines weren't my favorite. I just chose Scorbunny because it was the best out of the three. And now I like it a lot more, obviously, because I've used it. But, like, still, and Pyro Ball's an amazing move. So, yeah, Cinderace was easily the highest rated Galar starter, and Scorbunny is now officially the most popular Galar starter. So, yeah. Let's move on to number 9. Number 9, Torchic. I could speak now, finally. So actually, Torchic is the lowest rated one. It's the first one to be popped up on the list, and it's the only one. And Torchic is the only one, or Hoenn is the only region to not have a one of their lines used until now. So I think that makes Hoenn the best region of starters. So yeah, which I completely understand. All three of them are great. Torchic is cute. Combusken's awkward, but Blaziken's insane, so I can completely understand how it got here. But I am a little bit disappointed that I got the worst out of the three, but I can understand. So, yeah, because all three of the stars are very close in my opinion. So, yeah, let's move on to number 8. Number 8, Piplup. So this is actually the highest Sinnoh rated Pokemon, which actually surprises me. I thought it was going to be Chimchar by a long shot, but Chimchar was all the way back at the beginning of the C tier, and here we are at the end of the B tier. We still have one more Pokemon after this, but it's still the end of it, you know. The whole line's amazing, so I can completely understand it, but I didn't expect Piplup to be the highest rated Sinnoh starter, or the most popular Sinnoh starter line, but apparently it is. So yeah, I'm not complaining. So yeah, let's move on to number 7. Number 7, Treecko. So Treecko is the second Pokemon on this list that that we could get numbers for all three of their evolutionary lines, which makes a lot of sense to me because none of them are, because the middle Grovyle isn't really awkward, so yeah, it makes sense. Treecko's amazing. Grovyle's slightly less amazing than Treecko, but still amazing, and Sceptile's amazing, so I completely understand that he got here. I'm actually surprised he isn't the highest rated Hoenn starter, but yeah, he isn't, so yeah. Let's move on to the A tier. And number 6. Number 6, Mudkip. So, Mudkip, I'm going to be honest with you guys, only got here because Mudkip is so cute. The community likes Mudkips, okay? What can I say? All I can say is the community likes Mudkips. Yeah, Marshtomp, in my opinion, is probably honestly the most awkward Pokemon in existence. But Swampert redeems that awkwardness because Swampert is an amazing Pokemon and the highest Hoenn and the best ranked Hoenn starter. So yeah. And actually the second best water type starter. So yeah. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur, I can completely understand being here. Probably, honestly, besides Charmander, the most iconic Pokemon evolutionary line in existence, besides maybe Pikachu also. But, yeah, one of the most iconic Pokemon lines in existence. Bulbasaur's amazing. Ivysaur's a bit awkward and horrible in Smash, but still amazing. And Venusaur's amazing. So yeah, it's as simple as that. So yeah, let's just move on to number 4 and the last Pokemon in the A tier. Number 4, Cyndaquil. So Cyndaquil is the best rated Pokemon that you could have numbers for all three of their evolutionary lines. Getting just below 30,000 points and getting into that S tier, but not quite. Now we know that Cyndaquil is officially the most popular Johto starter, which I already saw coming, but still. Cyndaquil is an amazing Pokemon, and the line is amazing. I actually used to dislike the Cyndaquil line a lot just because they were so bland and boring, but I'm completely fine with them now. I don't understand why I hated them, and I probably will never hate them again. So yeah, let's move on to number 3 and the S tier. Number 3, Rowlett. So Rowlett is actually the highest rated Alola starter. The highest rated Alola starter the highest rated Alola starter, which is expected, and the highest and the most popular grass type out of the starters, which surprised me a lot. I thought it would be probably Treecko or Bulbasaur, you know. Yeah, but here we are with Rowlett. Actually surprised me a lot. I knew Decidueye was a very popular Pokemon, but I didn't know it was this popular. I thought it'd probably get into high B tier, maybe A tier, but I didn't think it was going to be getting into like S tier, you know. So yeah, I can understand all three of the evolutionary lines are amazing, although not as good as Lydon's, but still, all three of them are amazing. So yeah, let's move on to number 2. Number 2, Charmander. So Charmander is probably the most iconic evolutionary line in Pokemon, in my opinion, at least. Charmander, I expected to be number 1 on this list, honestly. And you guys probably know what number 1 is by now, but yeah. So Charmander is the most popular Kanto starter, as expected, and the most popular fire type, as expected. But number 2 only, as not expected. I expect it to be number 1 by, like, not a long shot, but a little bit, you know. Charmander's extremely amazing. Charmeleon's extremely amazing. Charizard's extremely amazing. So, yeah. Let's move on to number 1 and the SS tier. Number 1, you probably know this already, but if you don't, it is Froakie line. Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja. You guys win this. Which, I'm not surprised, to be honest. Greninja won the Pokemon of the Year, and this just goes to show, because Froakie got number 30 on the list. With like 6,000 votes or something. So this just shows how great Greninja did and how popular of a Pokemon Greninja is. I thought Charizard was the most popular Pokemon. No, he's not. Greninja's the most popular Pokemon by far. More popular than Pikachu, more popular than Charizard. So unless you're like counting people that don't play Pokemon, then Pikachu is easily more popular, and probably Charizard also, but still, it's just, because Greninja, I'm pretty sure got about 140,000 points, which is just incredible. which I'm happy that he did, because Greninja is my second favorite Pokemon. My second favorite Pokemon in existence. And it's not far from number 1. It's way past my number 3. And decently close to my number 1. So, yeah. All 3 of the evolutionary lines are amazing. And yeah. Now, before we end the video, I'm going to go over some categories and saying what the best of the category is. We can start every region. The best Kanto starter is Charmander. And I shouldn't be saying best, I should be saying most popular. The most popular Kanto starter is Charmander. The most popular Johto starter is Cyndaquil. The most popular Hoenn starter is Mudkip. The most popular Sinnoh starter is Piplup. The most popular Unova starter is Snivy. The most popular Kalos starter is Froakie. The most popular Alola starter is Rowlett, and the most popular Galar starter is Scorbunny. So yeah. And then also, don't forget to mention the most popular grass type starter is Rowlett. The most popular fire type starter is Charmander, and the most popular water type starter is Froakie, and the most popular starter is also Froakie. So yeah, there you go. Just for your quick little recap, number 23/24 Tepig and Chespin, number 22 Chikorita, number 21 Grookey, number 20 Turtwig, number 19 Chimchar, number 18 Oshawott, number 17 Popleo, number 16 Fennekin, number 15 Squirtle, number 14 Sobble, number 13 Snivy, number 12 Totodile, number 11 Lydon, number 10 Scorbunny, number 9 Torchic, number 8 Piplup, number 7 Treecko, number 6 Piplup, number 5 Mudkip, number 5 Bulbasaur, number 4 Cyndaquil, number 3 Rowlett, number 2 Charmander, and number 1 Froakie. So yeah, guys, you guys will be seeing the tier list right there. So yeah, guys, this video's gonna be done. Like, subscribe, turn notifications. Bye bye.